Destination Dunedin this week. March break has arrived. That means a chance to watch
this offseason. That means adding some left-handed bats. Not that the Blue Jays excellent right-handed hitter.
Very encouraging this spring because of his health. For more on that, let's go down to our Hazel May.
He was so optimistic after his third knee surgery this past September that they reported to camp. He told me this is the best the knee has felt in a couple of years. Can part in drills and batting practice. He has a proven track record, guys. He knows.
Show your love. Just another really tough weather day here in Dunedin, Florida. Not a clouds are in town, and they have got a lot of youth and prospects in their lineup. Jackson Holliday was the #2 pick a couple of years ago. He'll play later on.
And they were making hitters uncomfortable, inducing a lot of soft contact.
Step and ramping up, getting that pitch count elevated. 0-2 against the Blue Jay right-hander, Chris Bassett. There are 7 left-handed hitters in this. Actively acquiring Matt Chapman. Chris Bassett went to New York with the Metropolitans.
The opening day outfield for the first time this spring. Varsho and left seeing that knee, and Denny Jansen behind the dish. Series and a loss to the Dodgers in 2020, but a 3-time gold. I think Kevin, and I think the Blue Jays would be thrilled if he can give him 115, 120 games over the years, but now he is on their side.
Bassett taps the pad in the 2-2.
Trying to avoid the damage areas of hitters, and when you can move the ball around.
He got a well-rounded experience in just 1 year with the Mets.
Time with Max Scherzer, and we saw what he was up to earlier in the spring. These guys are always looking for the.
Well, manager John Schneider has to be pretty happy what he's rolling out today in Dunedin. It certainly are. George Springer, Bo Bichette, Brandon Belt making his Blue Jays debut today.
At Rogers Center.
Big outing. Darrow jogs in. And there's one down. Setting up right now. Number 3 belongs to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Maybe the only question mark.
He's in there. Is he in the 4-hole?
Made by Westberg. Behind the bag to get the out. Aim for the play they just made. This is Brandon Belt. Blue Jay fans are
like a fresh start for Brandon in a new country with a new team. Sometimes we got to take a step back and remember what the Blue Jays have done in added that young core, and that is how you put it together.
Certainly with a decade plus with the Giants, and all have a base on ball.
And we will see many more at bat.
Bichette. They did a deep dive into how Chapman wanted to approach this season. Big adjustments, but this is the time you tinker with stuff. Loves to get guys going back and then forward. For it, angling over from third, and it jumps out of his leather.
Well, spring training baseball, we are going to see experience right there.
There's Dalton Varsho. Takes up and out. Gabriel Moreno, who got a taste in the big leagues. He was part of the package to get Varsho and
be finding the gloves of those outfielders.
Better than advertised. You put the eye test on Dalton Varsho, especially defensively.
Difference of the spin on the baseball that you get acclimated to.
2 at 2 down. Drives it up the line.
Pretty good knowledge of the strike zone as well.
Cowser and Cordero from center. It's Cowser handling the.
Intelligent with that baseball. He has a lot of pitch mixes, and in turn has a lot when it comes to Bassett on the mound. With the new pitch clock and pitch calm, the game plan, and above all, guys, believing in each.
And now we have seen the ripple effects of that with big additions like Kevin Gausman, Jose Barrios
at different times. So you really want to try.
Varsho hustling back. That ball went over his head.
Eden, not easy.
That's a Grapefruit League special right there, buddy.
Uncomfortable. You're not sure where he's going, and especially
in right field. Cordero tagging. Springer's got a great arm. Down, so the Blue Jays bring the infield in. Josh Lester comes up empty. Fouled back
from Bassett right there, but Chris was not happy with the pitch. Danny Jansen was set up on the inside part of the. Not call timeout. Bassett with the slower breaking ball there. Let's see if he comes back inside now. The way he executed the pitch, but he got away with
third base. The Blue Jays relaxed their infield. After he's acquired from Houston.
It was a shot down to third, and how many times we see Matt
couldn't snare the backhand. Varsho picks it up next to the line. A good throw to some more. Here is Colton Cowser. Goes the opposite way on the line. Hangs Blue Jays home game. Visit bluejays.com/outfield district. Cavan has played a lot here in camp. Seems to be his general theme of spring training this year. Good go. Good news on Vladdy's MRI. No struck. Both in the 2-2. Steps over, picks it up. Biggio's retired.
Trying to get the feedback, and he said, "Not bad. I felt rushed on a," but he did think that things are moving along.
Charges one. O'Hearn drifts back at the wall, and it's off the top of the. Finding a new swing path that he's really comfortable with now and driving the ball.
And more Blue Jays, you see this. You got a good secondary lead. You don't want to get to a point
that you're putting in, whether it's something you find in the cage during flips or video work.
In that process.
Grab another walk from Austin Voth. Runners are on the corners as we
place. It's good to take you through that plate appearance, guys.
You know, if that's the office here, and really drive it home with all the young and even some of the vet
and the mental approach to hitting that he's instilling on some of these.
Dribbler towards third. Tough play for Henderson. Look at the out.
In the dirt can pay off and lead to a run. The Blue Jays were due, I think, everything in this camp. John Schneider has dotted every I and crossed every.
Sure, there might have been the difference between 1 or 2 runs and over the course of
move for a shortstop. But he said something that we have to.
In front, lazy fly ball for Cowser. Randall in their lineup. They went out and they added 3 position players, but they also made it in.
That was a clear MO. And by the way, add Brandon Belton.
How do now the new guys in Kiermaier and Varsho.
Balls dropping in everywhere. That's what you.
Ben Boom backs up Kevin Kiermaier in straightaway center. There's 1-0. In the pace, everything is happening as designed. The 6-week window is spring training. The bag and into center field. A 1-out single for Vavra. As the regular season comes too with the left-handed hitter.
He'll get there as well. Some will say.
Bassett helps
off arm side.
Gets the big strikeout of him. Mike.
You mean in a Blue Jays Orioles game? Understand is not going to start.
It's the walk here in the 3rd inning. That's 23 pitches in.
Trying to utilize all his pitches a little bit, and the hitter gets ahead in the count, and you get into swing.
Vavra scores in from first. Here comes O'Hearn. Level that he has played with the Orioles. Yeah, it's 69x 30th in this 3rd inning. Stay with it as it pops up off the lip to retire the side. And Belt is making his first start of spring training, so Blue Jay fans are
restored, and also that rebound to get back.
Swing to drive that one and clank it off the glove of O'Hearn. And
it was all great, but how about a breath of fresh air?
Right field a base hit. Blue Jays will play it safe with Belt. Roll in the month of April. Am I going to back up Vladdy? Sure, I'm going to back up Vladdy.
He laughed too regarding the speed of these games because
Darrow's on the move, makes the play. Belt's chugging down the line.
Want to get something that you can elevate.
Next to Biggio, he stays with the play. Here in Dunedin. That's when the gates are open early, let alone all the creative things that will like it will be, both from the field level, an opportunity to take that pregame stroll. Bat, challenging play. Westberg on to first in time. Blue Jay fans got a good look at Chris Bassett, the big right-hander added to the rotation.
Here with all the guys and play some baseball games with them.
John Lester leads it off.
It took a little age, so I got to warm the body up a little bit. Nice.
Kevin
here about 2 months ago, and I got to see it. I mean, obviously,
significant step.
When I walked into the first team meeting, I thought to myself that this was a pretty special. To me, when I walk in, I feel like I'm really the best division in baseball. So it's going to be tough. Some good pitchers. There we go. But I'm ready for it.
This star-studded affair, the Oilers and the Leafs, they meet for the second. A lot of their regulars play today. Here's a regular out of the bullpen. Last best earned run average in Oriole history.
Fill in.
Espinal takes the breaking ball on the out. Kevin Kiermaier is patrolling in the outfield.
Feel what that's like in the batter's box, because on TV,
Trevor Richards, Zach Pop, By Springer, it'll hang up for Kauser in straightaway center field. Good.